We're joined by NBC's Chuck Todd with Meet the Press in these final days as we lead into the election on Tuesday. Chuck, give me a sense. Are the polls really tightening? Does this feel like 2012 again, where the Romney-Ryan people thought they were making progress?
Yes, it does. And funny, it feels exactly like 2012. It actually feels a lot like 2004 to me. Both in 2012 and in 2004, the two challengers at the time, Romney and Kerry, did appear to have some late momentum. But then the actual returns started coming in, and it turned out all of that last week momentum was a bit overstated. Perhaps that's what happens here, but there is enough evidence that in the early vote in various states that there's clearly Republicans have come home to Trump. You know, this thought that Trump wasn't going to be able to secure as much Republican support as Clinton is of Democrats. I think that is still possible in a few states like Virginia or Colorado. But for the most part, Trump is seeing Republicans come home to him.
Yeah, and Wisconsin looks like a blue wall there for Hillary Clinton.
It does, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be watching Wisconsin on election night, because that Senate race has tightened, and that's real. You know, we'll see at the end. I know I talked to a lot of Republicans, and if Clinton wins the state by more than 5, they think that's very difficult for Ron Johnson. But if somehow it's more of a 3 or a 4-point win for Clinton, then you know, that Senate race could be a nail biter, and it could be a long night.
Yeah, let me ask you that. I mean, this could be Game 7 in the Senate race here. I mean, this is going to be the nail biter. Is this the closest Senate race in the country?
You know, there's actually a lot of competition there. I think North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Missouri, in my mind, are the 3 closest Senate races in the country. Maybe I might put New Hampshire in there, too. I suspect one of them ends up in so close that we end up in some sort of recount. I think we're headed for a 50-50 Senate, which if Clinton wins the White House, that would mean narrow Democratic control. But it really depends on those 4 that I just pointed out: North Carolina, New Hampshire, Missouri, and Wisconsin.
And you can see Chuck Todd Sunday morning on Meet the Press. That's at 8 o'clock right here on TMJ4. Well.